Here at the FCC Sevens with Evan Haigh, representing UCF in this case, not the Union. We're talking to him in his capacity of the coach from UCF. I know you guys are not here today for a little
school mishap. Yeah.
School mishap. Unfortunately, it would have been very nice. You always fixture here in the Sevens.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's a great day out. It's a good day for the kids to have fun and kind of just get into the sport of sevens, really.
Yeah. In any case, we would like to talk about the 15th season.
Okay.
Of course, we had 2 years ago our season interrupted by COVID. Last year, you guys pretty much put together a solid team that reached the final in that U23 category.
Yep.
Which was not exactly college, right?
No, I would say we were 75% college, maybe a little less, but it was a really good building block for us. So that's what's helped us rebound so well, is to come out of that, is the fact that we could keep the core of our group together. And I really thank Orlando for allowing us to do that and supporting us through that, because now we're at really good numbers of recruiting and just really good focus from our group for that. And I think that's all down to the fact that we played U23s last year.
Definitely. So you guys are looking good, you're saying?
I wouldn't say we're looking good. It's so hard to tell right now. It's very difficult to go off of no game time and just practices, but we have good numbers. The numbers are solid. The kids are great. They're great to work with. They're fun to coach. I have lots of good helping coaches, which is nice too.
Okay.
So all those factors are coming in well. But yet we can't show up today because of school administration. So it's a balancing act for us, really. So we're always trying to improve and get better, and we're just not quite there yet.
How does your fall schedule look like?
So we go to Florida State in 2 weeks. We're taking a tour every fall. We like to take a tour somewhere, stay overnight, and just have a weekend away with the kids, and just so they can get to know each other, particularly this group, because they're all so new. This is a great opportunity for them to take a bus up. We'll spend the night and then take a bus back on Sunday, and just get the whole experience of going up there. Florida State, Tallahassee is a great town for everybody to go spend some time in, and it's close, and we thoroughly enjoy playing Gomez and Tallahassee boys in Florida State. It's really fun.
What percentage of rookies do you have this year? Like guys who have never played rugby and
Yeah, so it's a really good question. I think percentage-wise, probably at 30%, maybe a little bit more, who've never played rugby before. Just brand new guys, athletes, all of that, maybe a little higher. And then we've got, I think we counted out close to 10 freshmen, which is what I'm most excited about. So I look at it less in, yes, I want brand new rugby players because they're athletes, but sometimes I'll get a brand new kid who's a senior, and there's only so much building I can do for them in 1 year.
Yeah, of course.
But the ones who I get in as a freshman, I get so excited by them, and the freshman kids who played rugby before are also great to have, because they've got the baseline rugby, and now we're just going to teach them the UCF way and the culture and the things that we like to do at UCF. So
you got a few kids from high schools coming to UCF?
We've got a couple. It's like 3 or 4, maybe a few more than that. So, and then we get a lot of the kids, which is unfortunate, is community college kids who are at Valencia or Seminole State, which are our 2 closest one. We don't quite have a fully fledged consortium agreement like FAU does, like FIU does. So we're trying to work on how that's working out right now. But those kids, when they start transferring in, they're also great, because we've also had them in our system for a while. They get what we're trying to do and how we're trying to do it. So
that U23 that we had last year, do you think it would have been, if possible, to keep that division?
I would have loved to. Let me take this hat off and put my Union hat back on. Right? I think the senior clubs missed the boat on the U23s. So
it was a nice opportunity to work on that and keep it, right?
So in my opinion, the U23s is a great development model where all these community college kids should be playing, and that there's an opportunity for the college kids to cross over. So we have D4, we have a college-specific division there, which has 4 teams in it, which are really up and coming. Miami is here, which I think is great, and they're really trying to prove themselves and how they can get to that next level. And then that's where you want the Kappa U23s, the Wellington U23s, the Boca U23s, the Orlando U23s, the Brevard U23s. Yeah. If they all had them, we'd have this really amazing kind of Colts age group, which we could cross-pollinate with from the collegiate level. And I just think it would be way better for everybody, but I just don't think...
that would feed the men's teams.
Correct, because 18, 19-year-old kid let's be real, doesn't fit into a senior men's club at this stage. They try really hard. Some of them do, but 90% of the time they just wash out. And that's a loss to our sport, and we've got to fix that.
And the worst place to end is in a B side of a men's team when you're coming out of high school.
Yeah, exactly. So if you could have that, so I think that we prove that there's some appetite for it. We've just got to, it's just hard because we can't do it from the union standpoint. We can put a schedule in for them, but if they aren't willing to do the work locally at the clubs to do it, then that's hard. But it just is what it is. Their loss is our benefit from the collegiate level, particularly with the schools that have the consortium agreements. That allows those community college kids to go play for their school, and that's a real benefit because I think those kids fit in so well and become really useful kids at their teams.
Okay, so you're not going to say you're going to win the FCC championship.
You would never catch me. You would never catch me doing that, Charlie. But I'm always very confident in every single game I have played, and I back my team to the hilt. So
you guys have been in the finals.
We've pretty much since I've been coaching there, we've made the final every single year. We're very proud of our history of being successful.
Of course,
and it's something we're really good at. We've won national championships. We've won circ championships. We've won Florida championships. We've done lots of things like that. We didn't win it last year, the U23s. We didn't win it the year before with USF. So when USF beat us, so we're always there and thereabouts, and everybody has to work hard to beat us. So that's something I'm very proud of.
Of course,
It is a different group this year, so we'll see how that group looks.
That thing of rotating. So we'll see. Well, it's going to be an exciting championship. We're going to be following closely.
I agree. I think the collegiate level is probably the most even one of all of them. So it'll be good. And there's lots of great coaches out there. Guys who want to do better, and the best thing is we have probably the best commissioner in the country. Kirk is outstanding. What he does to try to drive these kids, these clubs to be better, I think we don't get it. He was on the phone for 3 hours this morning helping clubs out who had eligibility. She's calling their school to ensure that they could get and play in these games. And I think that gets lost a lot, and how much value and work that Kirk does behind the scenes as a volunteer, to do all this stuff, and I want to take a moment to really thank him for all the work he does.
We're going to have him on the podcast tomorrow.
Good. Well, make sure you tell him that I think very, very highly of him.
Yeah, we'll put this clip. We'll insert this clip.
Good. You better do that. I'm expecting that, Charlie.
Thank you very much, man.
All right. I'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.